Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lukhaup and today is Wednesday, I know. But anyway, I have a new video for you. Why? Because there's a saying, strike while the iron is hot, or make hay while the sun shines. This we have in German. Maybe you have this in your language too. Let me know about that in the comments. But I would like to present you this fish, and I find it a very beautiful platy. I know it's a platy, but anyway, I think they are underrated and I really like it, especially this color form. So that's why I would like to present them to you. I give a shout out to one of my members, Terry Martins 2552. He is also a fan of the platies and he also thinks they are very colorful, nice and active fish. So the shout out goes to Terry Martins, one of my club members from the Aquatic Adventurers Club. So what do we know about this breeding form? It comes from Singapore, and when I talked to the wholesaler and asked him who's breeding them, he said it's a very old man and he already stopped breeding, so he's not breeding them now anymore. He gave them to his nephew, and supposedly he is breeding them now and he's able to produce bigger quantities. But with Seerfische.de we are one of the few ones, let's say, put it like that. The wholesaler is the only one exclusively in Europe and in the world, and so that's why it could be difficult to obtain them in the USA or in other parts of the world. And I'm going to the USA in May and maybe I can bring some over, but yeah, at the moment I just can't present them like that. They are available in Germany at Seerfische.de, so if you want to try and order them from there, go ahead. So the breeder comes from Singapore. This is selective breeding and it's a Xiphophorus maculatus. So I'm sure that most of you know what platies are and where they come from, but for those who don't know, I will tell a little bit something about them. For over 100 years, platies have been kept and bred by fish keepers all around the planet, and new colors and patterns show up all the time. I think this one is exceptional, that's why I present it. But there's almost endless variations of colors, patterns, and I'm sure that every one of you has his special form or has kept platies in his career of being an aquarium hobbyist. In the genus Xiphophorus you also find the swordtail, Xiphophorus heleri, as well as the variable platyfish Xiphophorus variatus, and both species can interbreed with the normal platy like this one, Xiphophorus maculatus, and they can have fertile offspring. Female platies can grow to a size of around 6 centimeters and male platies reach only a length of around 4.5 centimeters. That's 1.8 inches if I'm not wrong. So these fish like it warmer inside of the water, so around 24 to 26 degrees Celsius or 75 to 78 Fahrenheit. And other than the variatus platy, which even tolerates water temperature as low as 18 degrees Celsius, that's about 64 in Fahrenheit. In nature you find this fish in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and I have seen them in Mexico when I have been on a collecting trip several years ago. Unfortunately they have been so quick. What was a beautiful clear spring-fed pond, and there I saw them, but they have been too quick for me, and back then I went for crayfish and shrimp, so I have seen them in the wild, but I have not collected them. But of course in nature they don't look like that. They are, from the colors, a bit more, let's say, they don't have these flashy colors. Otherwise, if this guy show up, if this color form show up in nature, it will be gone within a day. So they are a little bit more modest from the coloration, but anyway, very interesting. So if you want to keep them in a larger group, 6 to 10 animals, maybe 1 male, 3 females, 2 females, or 2 males, 6, 7 females. And the aquarium should be at least 60 centimeters or 24 inch. That's about 54, 60 liters to about 15 US gallons. The region where I live, the water is very soft and there's nearly no hardness. So it's perfect for shrimp, for nano fish, or for some nano fish, let's put it like that. But platies would like to have a higher pH, above 7, and the water should be medium hard to hard water. So I have to add some salt, and then they feel much better. I mean, with the warmth also, you can see they are much more active if the water is 26-27 degrees Celsius, but also would be great if you add a little bit of salt to make the water hard, especially if your water has not that hardness. Platies are omnivorous, which means that they will eat food of animal as well, of vegetable origin, so algae, live food, frozen food, mosquito larvae, bloodworms, brine shrimp, and all the different flake foods that are in the trade. I feed my platies a lot of crescent olives, of course. You can check that in the shop, and you will support there Oliver Knott and me. We have a food line out at Natureholic. So yes, I feed that mainly because, of course, I think it's great food, but also I get it for free, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, they are omnivorous. They eat nearly everything, so you can feed them whatever comes to your hands, and only make sure that you feed also vegetable based food, because they need that. If you feed them well and you have the right temperature and they have a nice aquarium, for sure you can breed them. The females bear around 30 live young fish every couple of weeks, every 3 to 4 weeks, and large females can have even more offspring. So it's not a big problem to breed them, and I make a lot of water changes. I change 50-60% a week, not only because I want to film and photograph, but also I see that it's good for the aquarium. I have less algae because of that, and I have less problems. I think the water changes are one of the best things that you can do for an aquarium. As the females are able to store sperm, it may happen that the offspring of the fish you bought at your local fish store look nothing like their parents. And this happened because in some places, I don't say everywhere, but in some places they mix the platies because they are one species, and there's just variations of the color and pattern. So just make sure that they come from a tank where is just this one strain, so that you also obtain the same babies or the same color strain that you want to have in your aquarium. So I know that this can happen. Watch out for it. I hope you have fun with them. I really like them. I see you at the next video. If you want, you subscribe. If not, I will try and make you happy the next time.